People often say to me, you teach kids to light fires? Yeah. You teach kids to use knives? Yeah. Isn't that a bit dangerous? No. Anyone can light a fire, anyone can use a knife. It's how they use them, that's the important thing. Because what I do is I teach kids to light fires and put them out safely. Here is my go-to equipment I use for fire lighting. I'll always have these with me when I go exploring. My knife, my Laplander saw for cutting larger pieces of wood. My tinder for fire lighting, so my really dry stuff to start the fire off, consists of cotton wool wiped in Vaseline. My flint and steel, right, to start my fire. I'll also carry with me some dry wood, which I'm going to chop very thin using my knife. All this equipment, as you can see, would pack up very, very small and be easy and light to carry. Put my knife on the wood, near the hilt. Strong, big, large piece of wood I just found in the woods. And, watch this, easy. So in whatever conditions, if it's pouring with rain, we've got some super dry wood to start our fires with. Look how thin we can go. Balance it, hands well away, so there's no risk of cutting myself. Oh, Blackbird's arguing. Look how thin we can get this. This will be great for starting our fire. Now the ground here is wet, but that doesn't matter because we're going to make a good base, a dry base, from the kindling that we cut. My preferred method is a 3 by 3 by 3 crossed over. Building a Jenga set here. Okay, I'm using the bigger bits of kindling that I sliced up. Okay, so that gives us our start. Next, we add the cotton wool wiped in Vaseline. The reason we wipe it in Vaseline is because it helps it to burn for longer. It's a petroleum product. There are many different ways of building fires. This is just my method, the pyramid method. It works for me. Now I just need to leave a little gap. Don't collapse it all. A little gap so I can light the cotton wool with my flint and steel. Alright. Now the cotton wool's still burning slightly, but it hasn't really taken the rest of the wood. Doesn't matter it didn't take the first time. We just rebuild it again, get the pyramid again. Remember the wood is warm because it's already had some cotton wool on it. If I light it again. Okay. Oh look, already much better. So that wood was still smouldering. And now, I put a bit more Vaseline on this time, so that's probably helps as well. Now I can tell this is going to take this fire, and now all we've got to do is feed it. Which means we just add wood to it to keep building. Slightly bigger bits each time. Oh, that's picked up really well. Oh, the wind's getting up, so that's always good, feeds it, the oxygen. You need 3 things for fire. You need the spark, in this case flint and steel. You need the tinder to burn to start with, in this case cotton wool and then the kindling wood. And you need oxygen to feed it. And that's what's happening now. Look how good it's going. And all I'm doing now is just bits of wood that I've got lying around that I collected. I'm just adding. There's one other piece of equipment I always carry in my kit bag. And that is a piece of inner tube, an old inner tube from a bike. Let me show you why. So I've made a mini fire here as a demonstration, which I'm going to add the cotton wool in a moment to and build my pyramid. But the difference is I'm going to get a bit of water, just cover it all over my dry wood, okay, as if it's pouring with rain. Get my cotton wool. But this time I'm going to take a small amount of the inner tube. Now we don't really normally want to burn this stuff because it gives off pollutants, but in an emergency, when you've got to get a fire going, this could be a lifesaver. So I'm just going to get some little bits here, just going to add them to my cotton wool. I'm going to use a lighter for this, it's easier just to light at the back. The wood's all soaking wet, imagine it's pouring with rain. The only thing that's dry is the cotton wool and the inner tube. Get back a bit. Now, because the cotton wool's taken, the inner tube is taking, and what that's doing is that's going to burn for longer and for hotter, which is drying out our wet wood. And I think you can probably see already the thinner bits of wood are beginning to take. As I say, you wouldn't normally do this because of the pollutants given off. You could probably see some black smoke from the inner tube. But in life-saving, when you must have a fire in really wet conditions, look how much more that is burning compared to just the cotton wool when it's by itself. That's going to make a really good fire. Now, we never leave a fire burning. So, we always put it out. Water in an old container that I just found, rubbish, thrown away, but we can use that. We're near a water source, a stream. With a bit of water, gently, not pour on from a low height. And now our fire is out. We never leave a fire burning, right, because it could spread. In an ideal world, you have all your tinder that you need, in my case in the form of cotton wool and Vaseline. But if you don't have that, what can you use? Well, my go-to in the wild is the silver birch tree. Very common tree, found in most places, with a very papery bark that most of you will be aware of. There we go, peels off like that. Collect a large amount of this, it won't damage the tree, and then we can start a fire. Let's look at some of your comments from last week. Nimrod Paz 4316. We need a Stokes versus Beast boxing match. Well, Nimrod Paz 4316. I like your thinking, but I'm not going to lower myself just to get grubby with a little YouTuber who's probably got about 12 subscribers compared to mine nearly 600. I don't actually believe in violence. A boxing match or an illegal street fight, it's just not worth it. You won't get me doing that, but I like your thinking. Sophia EH7146. I recognise that name. All the lols, but what's going on with your barnet? What do you mean my barnet? Do you know many men of my age have luscious, thick, beautiful hair like this? Don't need a haircut, do I? No, I don't. Mr. CDB 6174. If you get to 5k subs, will you go on Master Chief? I think, Mr. CDB 6174, you mean Master Chef, don't you? And no, I won't go on Master Chef because I'm not going to go somewhere where it's just all about ego, showing off in front of the camera. You won't catch me doing that sort of thing. That's for people who have inflated egos and think they're really, really important. So no, I won't go on Master Chef. But thank you anyway. Oh, someone's back from last week. Kelly Robertson 3199. Let's see what she has to say today. Another belter of an episode, oh thanks. Delicious looking food, yes he was. Great cooking tips, thank you. And perky tulips. What more could a girl ask for? Maybe next episode could be about how you get your tulips looking so perky. Well, Kelly Robertson 3199, I'm going to call you a bluff on that. Come with me, everyone. It's very easy to keep your tulips perky. All you have to do, take it out of the packaging and take off at least the bottom centimetre from the stalks. Obviously it can be more depending on your vase. What that does, it allows the water in the vase to soak up better. And then this is what you do. Get yourself a pin. In my case I've got a little safety pin here. And although it may take a little bit of time, this is the key. You poke through the stem about 1 centimetre below the tulip head, the flower head. Poke through to the other side. And you do that for each tulip. That one simple trick will give you perky, upright tulips for up to 2 weeks. So that's how you do it. Right, one more comment I think. Here he is again, Mr. Beast. What's he got to say? Why don't you do something interesting, thank you, like putting 100 million Orbeez in someone's backyard? Well, we don't call it a backyard over here, we call it a garden. And 100 million Orbeez in a garden is going to be ridiculously expensive. Right? That's just some massive YouTuber who's got millions and millions of subscribers. Not like you and your 12 and me and my 600 nearly, actually, yeah, 600. So don't be stupid. What was that other one? Nimrod Paz, 4316, I've changed my mind. If you can organise it, I'll have a boxing match with Mr. Beast. I don't care where we do it. America, here, don't care. Get it sorted. It's on. See you next week, everybody. Please like, subscribe, and press the notification bell. Cue the music.